I could swim like a fish.
Hey.
You know, I was varsity speech and debate. You know what I mean? So who knew all that kind of stuff would turn into me being a comic that can do both rooms, that can kill in white rooms, be around white people, or I'm a member of a country club now, but still have the nigga edge to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I know that was a whole lot. Justin.
No. It was good, man.
I forgot the damn question.
I was like, nigga, when are you gonna say the day you went to a comedy club?
That's right. That was so. All that was being said because
Right.
you asked me about comedy.
Right.
How did I get into it? I told you I was best sense of humor, silly. But I had no idea that I was going to actually hit a stage. Now, don't get me wrong. I was a kid that knew every single Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor joke they ever did, but I wasn't saying to my homeboys while I was on skateboards and big wheels, think I'm gonna be a comedian one day.
Yeah.
It was just natural. So long story short, 15 to 20 years old, breakdancing got big. So I was that pop locking and breakdancing nigga, but I'm just gonna try to make the long story short. I ended up dancing on Soul Train when I was 15. So you gotta understand, at Soul Train at that time, that is before Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah.
That's before BET and Rap City. So whether you were Michael Jackson or you were Run DMC, nigga, everybody had to be on Soul Train. So they're artists, but I'm one of the best dancers out of all the kids. So Don Cornelius and everybody took a liking to me. Next thing you know, I'm going down the line every week. Right. And when you go down the line, nigga, you're like literally like a star. It's like the focus is on you. So I was a hood star. And I became best friends with Rosie Perez. And I always had her laughing. This is where the comedy comes in.
Yeah.
Always had her laughing.
Oh, I'm listening. Take your time. I'm listening. We got time.
And everybody on set laughing. So people would always say, are you a comedian? Do you want to be a comedian? And I was like, no, I'm just kind of being myself. And next thing you know, I'm cutting to like the next generation. So 1990 comes around and boom, she's working on a brand new show. And it's called A Living Color. And I kind of became one of her assistants with the Fly Girls. One day, Damon Wayans and Keenan Ivory Wayans, stars of the show, creators of the show, biggest, hottest show on TV, walks in the room and sees all the dancers dying laughing. And they were like, nigga, are you a choreographer or a comedian? Which one are you?
Right.
And Rosie had been telling them about me. This is who I was telling you about. He funny. He should be on stage. And you know what I mean? But I hadn't thought about it. I didn't know how to go about it.
And so at the time you was working on In Living Color, you hadn't even started your comedy career yet.
Hadn't even started my comedy. I was just a dancing nigga with a personality and having my friends laughing.
Wow.
And she was like, you need to get on stage. So Damon Wayans was like, yeah, you funny. I mean, I'll be watching you sometimes. You're funny, nigga. Have you ever thought about doing stand-up? I was like, do comedians get paid? Nigga had just got off the road. I'll never forget, he had a brand new Jordan sweatsuit on. Nigga went in the pockets of his sweats, pulled out $30,000 out of this pocket, $30,000 out of this pocket, and nigga, when I just got this weekend, made all this at the Improv and went boom. And threw it on me. The nigga made it rain in 1990, way before it was a name, Make It Rain. And nigga, everybody fell out of line. There's $60,000 on the floor.
How much you picked up? Be honest.
Nigga, I was just sitting there looking like, goddamn, that's a whole lot of money. All I know is, nigga, I started doing comedy the next week. And dancing was over. And I really took them up on it.
Straight up, bro.
And the rest was history, man. So,
man, I think I know I've told you this before, but I want to say it here. Man, you had a BET. Was that BET Comic View special you had?
Which one? I had a Comic View special and I had Straight Clowning. But I did a BET.
It might have been Straight Clowning.
Straight Clowning was my first 1 hour special that was with Will Smith. Dr. Dre did all the music. Tyra Banks, Shaquille O'Neal, and Jamie Foxx. They were all on my 1 hour special. So
what year was that?
I did that in 2001 at the Will Cherie Bell, sold out 2 shows, and I actually made history. This was way before a lot of guys. I'm not going to mention names because people want to think you're hating, but way before a lot of dudes that we know.
Right.
I was the first comedian, black or white, to independently shoot a comedy special and get picked up by a major network. So one of my pro baseball player friends that just, really believed in me, gave me some money. We shot it ourselves. And it got picked up by 2 things. It got picked up by Showtime, which was still to this day a major network.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
And then the Platinum Comedy Series.
I remember
so back
that.
then, the Platinum Comedy Series was Dave Chappelle, Monique, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, like all the kings of comedy had it. And they would say, Alex Thomas, how'd you get on that? Where, companies and production companies shot all those big names.
Right.
I went the Master P route. Because that he was big at that time, and Birdman and all them and Cash Money, they were just, we could take all the money.
Yeah.
So independently shot it and it got picked up. So that was straight clowning. Shout out to Dr. Dre. Shout out to Tyra Banks. Shout out to Shaquille O'Neal. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. And shout out to Will Smith for all those people that were just friends that believed in your boy. Now, what you're talking about was maybe my BET 1 hour special.
Maybe so.
One, Gary Payton.
Maybe so. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember laughing my ass off, bro. To this day, I was like, and this is what you got to understand. I'm a comedian. They know that, but meaning we're
funny comedian too. I like you, bro.
I appreciate that, Alex.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't think you weren't funny and talented.
Thanks, Alex.
I've always seen you do your thing. How long you been doing it now?
15 years now.
That's crazy. So I've seen you since your infancy.
From the beginning, for sure.
Oh, okay.
So
you were laughing.
I was laughing so hard, bro. And this was at a time when the only people that could get me to laugh that hard was a Chris Rock, a Bernie Mac, a Martin Lawrence. That's how funny the special was. That I was laughing that hard.
Thank you.
So that's when I was like, yo, this dude, that's when I first took notice. And you way back then, I was like, yo, this dude is funny. Because it's different from being funny and being funny.
Right.
And that's when I realized you were funny.
Thank
you know, man. So
thank you.
That being said, bro, I know you made a lady have a seizure at your show over the weekend. What happened?
God, bro. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good thing that's been happening later. I mean, and right before COVID, a lady went into cardiac arrest
in
the front row of my show in Kansas City, sold out show, 500 people, and she just literally went into cardiac arrest. I mean, she was laughing her ass off like everybody else, right? Next thing I know, paramedics rush in, the lights come on, they cut off my mic, they pumping her chest, and I'm like really terrified. I went from me having a great time making everybody laugh to like, oh shit, like what if she don't make it? But then there was that little birdie on my shoulder that was like, nigga, if she don't make it, nigga, your boy's going down in comedy history. They're gonna be like, so how was the Kansas City show? Nigga, I killed.